So,
All right. I'm gonna
starting off with a book Liz got me for Christmas, Kristin Hannah, The Great Alone. It's a historical fiction read. If you liked, what's that one we read, The Four Winds or The Nightingale, you'll also really love this one. But opposed to those, this one is set more in modern times. So it's in like the 70s or 80s. And I don't know if that's actually correct timeline now that I'm thinking about it. It's after Vietnam War, and I don't know what date that ended, but it's after that. This girl, main girl's name is Leni. Her dad is a POW war veteran, comes back from the war and has all these sporadic great ideas, and then starts to think like the government's out to get them, and is like, "Hey, we need to get off the grid. Um, don't trust this government. Let's move to Alaska." And so one of his like uh, one of his friends in the war died and left him a piece of land in Alaska. So they moved to this piece of land, and it's like in the BFE, like completely off the grid. No running water, no electricity, like dark for 16 hours a day during the winter months. Like it is straight up middle of Alaska. And the town has like one little tiny grocery store and like one other little shop. This school that she goes to, there's one other person her age, and like it's like everyone is there. Like in the school, there's like 10 of them total, but they're all in different grades, and the teacher's just kind of like helping out. That's the setting of the book. And so it's actually really cool because she learned so much about like canning and like hunting and living off the land, and you get to read about that, and that part's really interesting to me, how they actually like live up there without any of the like first world amenities. Downside is her dad is abusive and is abusive to her mom. He's like paranoid, thinks like even some of the townspeople are out to get them. Like if her mom looks at a guy, the dad will freak out and be like, I can't believe like you were looking at him with that face. So you have the craziness, and then you're in desolate Alaska. And so just like her environment mixed with her family like structure and family character, I don't know, their characteristics creates a very interesting story for Lenny.
It
Questions?
sounds it sounds interesting. And a little sad.
Oh, it's a typical Kristen Hannah book where you cry at the end.
Did you cry?
I did cry.
What
Yes.
did you rate it?
I rated an A minus. It was binge worthy, kind of like the Four Winds, to where like at first like it took a little bit to hook you, but then you're like, okay, I have to know what happened. But you're like learning so much about the way of life along the way, and it was just fascinating. Like I bet that there are people in Alaska who still live this way, because it's like the frontier type of living, off the land. I don't need no amenities type of thing. Crazy. But like you actually like the main character in this one. Like I would say that she's somewhat relatable.
Should we read it?
Yes, 100%.
Oh, that was
100%.
very quick. All right. Add it to the list.
I will. I like this would have been a great book club book because there are a lot of things in here to where you're like, I can't believe someone would act like that way. I can't believe that that happened. I can't believe like
Mhm.
any of it.
Lots of discussion points.
Yes, lots of discussion points, lots of drama, lots of just page turning chapters. Read it. Go now.